What's supposed to be a big content day, according to EA, turned out not to be that big, and a lot of people were expecting more. But we still got our Christmas present, and this year it's an 89 overall Master Set player for free. Hello YouTube and welcome back to another NHL 25 video. I know, the community is raging, a lot of people are unhappy, and they was expecting more. Probably everyone was expecting Series 2 X Factors, but EA decided to hold on it, and instead of that, they gave us one free Master Set item and a fantasy card from each country who are participating in the World Junior Tournament. In all fairness, I'm really happy to see World Juniors getting a fantasy cards because that's the best way of actually releasing content for any tournaments currently happening. We had the NHL, PWHL, and now we also have the World Juniors, so there is definitely a lot of good content released yesterday, but not what we was expecting. Firstly, this year we didn't get ourselves a choice pack, and that was some kind of tradition we had in HUT every single year. Instead of that, we get this 89 overall JT Miller, and to get him, it's quite simple. All you have to do is go into the store, all the way to Essential Packs, and you will see there is one pack for free. You will get yourself 5 collectibles and 171 plus overall player. After that, you go to the sets and Frozen Force sets, Frozen Force collectible sets, and here it is, daily gift set. As you can see, JT Miller, 5 collectibles and it's yours. Unfortunately, it's a B&D card, so if the card cannot make your team or you're not happy about the card, you cannot really do anything. It will just sit in your collection for the remaining of the year. I truly believe that at some point EA will release something where we can actually use our B&D cards. I don't think it will be a set. It probably will be a comp season or something like that where we can only use the B&D cards. Again, it's EA and this year's content team is really out of touch and they just want to try a lot of new things, and I don't think they fully thought that through, but we will see how it turns out. Would be nice if JT Miller was a choice pack and at least there would be few more players to choose from, because now everyone have an 89 overall JT Miller. But don't take me wrong, I'm not complaining. 89 overall MSP is actually good for people who are just picking up the game, and I think that's what this event is about. You can see that they're giving us so much fodder, so many cards, and basically everyone can build themselves a really good team. And yes, a lot of people will say this card is not even making my team, but don't take me wrong, not everyone is playing this game as much as you do probably. As a Rangers fan, I'm happy to get 89 overall JT Miller for free, and yes, the synergies are absolute ass because checking boost and let's say power forward boost will be very difficult to activate. He also has superstar ability, unstoppable force, and close quarters as a zone ability. On a paper, really good card. 6'1", 91 faceoff stats, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, endurance is 86, the shooting and hands are all rounded up. In fairness, this is a really good and usable card. Considering we are getting it for free, even if it's a B&D, I still will take that. Would I like to have a choice pack? Yes, but if that choice pack would be 7 players, for example, and all of them would be 86, I would take JT Miller any day. As part of the holiday season, EA also released new Happy Holidays objectives, so by completing every single one, you will end up with 10 collectibles, and again, all of them are super easy. Basically, play the game, perform digs, get assists, score goals, and it's any mode. It means you can also do them in moments. And if we head over to the moments, you can see that there are 12 moments of HUT. So basically, yes, we have 12 new moments, score goals with Reinhardt, get assists with Jack Eichel, all of them are on rookie difficulty, and they will not take you a lot of time. Some of them are on semi-pro, and I think few of them are also on pro. Nope, they actually are on semi-pro. But anyway, by completing all of them, you will earn yourself 30 collectibles. So 10 collectibles from objectives, 30 collectibles from moments, and that's 40 collectibles. What do you do with 40 collectibles? Once again, we're going back to sets, and 40 collectibles could give you a 187 overall card, which is a really good option if you just started out, or you can make yourself 185 overall card and then use that for, let's say, any of the Master Set players. But I personally would suggest if you have 40 collectibles, go and do this 780 plus overall pack. Yes, all of these cards are untradeable, but you will get 7 cards you could potentially use in your team or in any other sets. And now let's talk about the best part from yesterday's content, because yes, JT Miller will make a lot of people teams and a lot of people will actually go and use him, but in my opinion, the best part about yesterday's content was these Fantasy World Junior cards. And as you can see, every single country received a card. We can see cards starting from 85 overall all the way to the 88, and some of them are already usable. But there is one catch. Not all of these players will actually play a lot of games, so the chances of any of these cards actually going, let's say, to the 90-95 are so slim. But also EA made them super cheap, so basically if you are a fan of World Junior or any of these players are prospects of your teams, it's just fun to go and make them and maybe even use them in your team. Or worst case scenario, if you make any of them and let's say they go to the 90 overall, they don't make your team, that card can after be traded into any future sets. As you can see, EA put a lot of focus about World Juniors because we also have new Frozen Force players, and some of these cards are also usable. We have new game breakers like John Tavares, Quinn Hughes, and bunch of other cards like Dylan Gutierrez, Philip Gustafsson, and Nick Paul. Wow, Nick Paul is getting an 86 overall card, love it. And unfortunately, the weekly modes update is an 85 overall Cam Atkinson from Tampa Bay Lightning. Come on EA, you're giving us MSPs for free, you're giving us a lot of collectibles, and you are still asking us to grind objectives for a free 85 B&D card. Like, no one will use this card. And then we also have new team of the week, Sidney Crosby, 88 overall, Teuvo Teravainen, Vinen 85. Sid the Kid is probably really usable, but again, I probably would choose Suzuki over Sid the Kid. And now let's talk about the fantasy sets. Once they dropped the content yesterday, the sets were not working because you couldn't make the collectibles, but that was fixed by EA very quickly. So as you can see, one random World Junior B&D card will only cost you 6 collectibles, so that's super cheap. If you want to make any specific player, it will cost you 15 collectibles. And to make collectibles, it's super easy. You trade in 779 plus overall cards for one collectible, and I would not recommend this set. You can trade in 581 plus overall cards for 2 collectibles, and 81 plus cards are going currently for around 5,000 coins in the auction house. So basically, 25,000 coins would give you 2 collectibles. Or you can trade in 383 plus overall cards for 3 collectibles. And 83 overall cards in the auction house are currently going for around 8,000 coins. So to make this set, you would only need to spend 24,000 coins. And let's say you want to do this one B&D, it would cost you less than 50,000 coins. That's the cheapest fantasy set we ever seen. And yes, I did say that not all of these cards will even get anywhere near the 90 overall cards. But at the same time, it's still fun to go and pick one up, let's say, and just use it in your team. Maybe he scores a lot of goals, who knows? For example, this Leon Mugli, 88 overall left-handed defenseman from Switzerland, is already a usable card. 2-way defenseman and pinpoint shooting boost. 88 speed, 87 acceleration, agility is 92, the shooting and the hands are good. He also has seeing eye. He's a left-handed defenseman, so technically, if he only scores 1 or 2 goals, it's a really usable and good card for at least few months. Will he score a lot of goals? Probably not, but I think this is the safest bet because first of all, you can use this card already, and just 1 or 2 goals in the World Junior tournament, even as a defenseman, would make this card one of the best you could get. Another safe bet would be this Dalibor Dvorsky from Slovakia. 2-way forward and pinpoint shooting boost. This guy scores a lot of goals in his league, and 88 speed, 89 acceleration, shooting and hands are also good, and zone ability make it snappy. I don't think countries like Slovakia will actually play a lot of games. They probably will only play their 4 games, and that's it. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they have a really good team this year, and they actually will get, I don't know, to the quarterfinals. But other than that, even at 87 overall, this card is usable. You can use him in a center position. You also can use him on the wing. He's 6'1", 201, so again, not a bad card. And considering you could get this card for less than 50k, and maybe he scores few more goals, and then it's, let's say, I don't know, 89, 90, that's also good. Then we have Konsta Helnius, I really butchered this name, from Finland. Playmaking forward and pinpoint shooting boost. Again, 87 overall, quite a small player, so as far as you're not fan of Team Finland, or I don't know, fan of the player, I probably would not pick him up because, like, there are much better players, but he is right-handed winger, and we really don't have a lot of them in the game. So again, score 2-3 goals, and he's a really usable card. 90 speed, 89 acceleration, the shooting and hands are all rounded up, and beauty backhand. Really fun ability. Is it worth 2 ability points? Probably not, but at the same time, if you're scoring a lot of goals on the breakaway, this ability could be fun. The next one is Julius, some from Germany. With power forward and pinpoint shooting boost, another 87 overall card, 6'2", 180, shooting and hands are decent, skating could potentially be better. As far as you're not fan from Team Germany, I just don't think they will score a lot of goals. I don't really know a lot about the Team Germany and how good the team is this year, but still fun. Then we have Kerry Terrence from Team USA, probably one of the safest bets because we know that Team USA and Team Canada will go quite far in this tournament. Sniping forward and power shooting boost. If you activate both synergies, look at the shooting stats, just insane. 88 speed, 88 acceleration, agility 90, balance 89, hands really good, and zone ability make it snappy. 6'1", 155, not the biggest, not the smallest, but definitely a usable card. And the next one is Braden Yeager from Team Canada with 2-way forward at 86 overall, probably need few goals to actually be usable card. 89 speed, 89 acceleration. The shooting is also okay, and the zone ability will be close quarters. I think the reason he's 86 because probably he will score quite a lot of goals, and they really didn't want to make Team Canada player, I don't know, let's say 87 or 88. Then we have player from Team Czechia, Edward Sale, I think that's how you pronounce his name and surname, 6'2", 174, playmaking forward and close quarters. Pretty much every single card looks the same if you look at the skating, shooting and hand stats. They all are usable at their overalls. And then we have the Latvian legend, Eriks Matejko. Probably will not score a single goal, but I will make him just because he's 6'5", 210. Can you imagine if this guy scores, I don't know, few goals? They probably will only play 4 games because there is no chance then Latvia will get anywhere further. So he only have 4 games to score something. So please, Eriks, do me a favor, score few goals and just make this card usable. On the same time, he also have 1T at 6'5", 210 with 1T, and like I said, if he scores at least 2 or 3 goals in 4 games, that would be insane. And the last World Junior card will be Axel Sandin Pelika. again, probably butchered his name, 85 overall, right-handed defenseman, only at 5'11", so yeah, could potentially choose a better player, but at 85 overall, I'm assuming he's scoring quite a lot of goals, or at least EA thinks he will score a lot of goals. Zone ability will be heat seeker. I probably would not pick him up as far as you're not watching Team Sweden in the World Juniors, but I'm just happy to see fantasy cards. I think this is the best way of running any tournaments. Everyone who will pick up these fantasy cards 100% will go and follow the World Junior tournament just to see if their cards scored or how they're performing and stuff like that. Also, let's quickly have a look at Sidney Crosby, Team of the Week, 88 overall, playmaking forward and agility boost. Skating, hands and shooting is good. Faceoffs is only 90. So personally, JT Miller is already much better than Sidney Crosby, and you can get JT Miller for free. As far as you're not Sid the Kid fan, I don't see any reasons this week to make Team of the Week card. But look at this Quinn Hughes Game Breakers card, 88 overall, offensive defenseman and playmaking boost with zone ability born leader. The skating stats are just insane. 99 agility if you activate the synergies, the shooting is good, the hands are great. This has to be the fastest defenseman we currently have in the game. And a big surprise is to see this 88 overall John Tavares, not because I'm surprised that he received the card, because he does have a great season so far, sniping forward and deking boost, 91 face-off stats, really good shooting and hand stats, also zone ability close quarters, only 88 speed and 88 acceleration, but we all know that John Tavares is not always the fastest player, and EA really never make these cards fast, at least until he gets to the 95 or something. When I'm recording this video, they also released this exclusive offer. Basically, spending 225,000 coins, you can get yourself 87 Elias Pettersson. The card is not in the collection, so I cannot really show you, and EA does it very often because they just release these random packs with random players, but they don't add the player into the collection, so you cannot even look at the stats before you're actually buying the pack. Also, thanks to these flash sale or Boxing Week packs, the market is at the lowest it ever was. 89 overall PWHL cards are going for less than 50k. 85 overall cards you needed for the event sets also was going for around 45 previously, but now you can buy them for, let's say, 20k. So you can understand the auction house is at the lowest it ever was, and that's all just because of these packs. And if you have coins, let's say 1 million or something, you can basically get yourself a lot of fodder and prepare for Team of the Year, because EA will keep releasing all these flash sale packs every single day until the Christmas is over. And it means the more cards to sell, the cheaper they will be. And with that I mean, by the time I'm recording this video, it's 17,321 item in the auction house. Yesterday before I went to bed, it was 20,000, the highest I've seen so far this year. And in total, we have 342 items in the auction house between 87 and 89, less than 100k. So if you have coins, you can actually build your team very well, and you can get all these cool players. Like 87 overall Connor McDavid going for less than 100k. Every single card is usable. If you look, see the kid, 87 overall milestone card. I know he have Team of the Week, but just to give you some kind of idea, you can buy this card for 66k. I was selling mine for 65 yesterday just because I really couldn't sell them and I needed coins. So you can see that it's so cheap now to build a good team. Or you can get this 87 overall Nikita Kucherov, who is a really great card, for 80k. If you're still chasing that Connor McDavid, or you're preparing for Series 2 X Factors, and hopefully we will see them very soon, now it's also the best time to actually go and buy the fodder, because I believe the Series 2 X Factors will ask us to trade in between 78 and 79 overall cards, exactly the same as it is with PWHL X Factor cards. And if that's the case, you can get all these cards for less than 3000k, or in average 3000k per player. It's the cheapest it ever was. When I was doing McDavid, I was buying my fodder for 4,500 coins, so you can just understand, like, and have some kind of idea how much the auction house is down. And the last thing to talk about X Factors, let's have a look at the PWHL site. So you need to trade in 22 cards, 78 plus and above. So that's 22 times 3000. So one base PWHL X Factor would only cost you 66,000 coins. And if you want to make one of the PWHL Captain X Factor cards, and I don't know, let's say you want Taylor Hazy, Marie-Philippe Poulin and stuff like that, it would cost you 396,000 coins, the cheapest it ever was. I'm not saying you have to make PWHL players, I'm just trying to give you an idea how cheap these cards are. And if you decide to pick Taylor Hazy, look at 88 overall, she's already a usable card and she will just keep receiving upgrades more and more. What I'm expecting for the men's Series 2 X Factors is probably same, 22 cards to trade in, but probably instead of 6 we will need 8 again. So if that's the case, one Series 2 X Factor captain would probably cost us a little bit above 500,000, and that's super cheap compared to Connor McDavid and the Series 1 X Factors at the beginning of the game when we always chasing it. Okay, it's time to wrap it up. Like I said, I would prefer to see a choice pack instead of just one card, but I will not complain about JT Miller. At this point, I just think that community is complaining about everything. You give them MSPs, they are not happy. Probably even if they would drop the Series 2 X Factors and there will be like, oh my god, I was expecting this player to get an X Factor captain, they would still complain. I don't like that EA is ruining the tradition about the choice pack and, I don't know, making fun of the goalies or whatever players they are giving us, but at the same time, I don't think it's a bad card. Also, love the fantasy fantasy junior cards, and I definitely will make few of them. And even if they don't score, it's still fun to have fantasy cards in your team. And who knows, maybe some of them will go up, and then I will be able to use them for trade-ins and any other future sets. Let me know down in the comment sections below. What do you think about their yesterday's content? Are you happy with one card? Are you happy with JT Miller being our only option? Or you would prefer, I don't know, let's say a choice pack of 7 or 6 87 overall cards? And the last thing before I leave, I just want to mention there is no content today. The next content drop is on the 26th, which is Thursday, and it will also drop at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you are up, and maybe we will see new Titans moments because EA accidentally leaked the Titans pack in the store. So I'm expecting to see new Titan moments on Thursday. Have a good one and see you on the ice.